Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 29th of October 2022. Thank you for joining me. We're coming up to Halloween, so I get to use all of these decks for today's reading. I want to use, this is just kind of, to me, it's Halloween themed, the Deviant Moon Tarot. Then we have the Halloween Oracle and the Halloween Tarot in itself. So I want to choose one card from each deck. Let's see what these cards have to say about Saturday the 29th of October and what energy you'll be working with. So the first card is the Devil. Then the Halloween Oracle. Let's see. The Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. Oh, that's very interesting because the cards are kind of warning in a very creepy way here. Not to get, to try and see the bigger picture and not to hone in on just the details, because you will have blind spots. You could look at the wrong thing altogether and get absorbed in an area that's completely unhelpful or not productive and kind of gets you stuck. Interesting. So don't give more importance to practical circumstances or concerns than they actually deserve. Finally, we've got Justice, which is about balance. Right, okay, so the cards are issuing a warning statement here. The Devil card is the 15th card in the Major Arcana, and it's a card that says something has got you. Some trap has closed shut, and you're in it. The Devil card usually depicts some sort of devil figure at the center, and he's got these two figures chained up, standing beneath him. It's kind of like the opposite of the Lovers, where the lovers want to be together. In the Devil card, everyone's stuck and forced to be there. So with the Devil card, you may have a sense that your responsibilities are too great. You have very little time. You've got to get loads and loads done. And the cards are saying, one, that may be very well and true, but today isn't the best day to try and resolve all of the things on your to-do list, because you do have these blind spots. You may look at the wrong thing or make a decision that isn't exactly on point and not based on all the information. The Devil card is getting stuck because the focus is off and you're too concerned and worried and invested in a particular detail and trying to control that detail. The problem is that it's outside of your control to a certain degree, and you're willfully trying to make something happen that is going to just naturally go one way or the other. So with that said, the cards are kind of highlighting that tendency and saying it's much better to turn this around and to look at what gives you a sense of freedom on this day, what makes you feel alive in the moment, what makes you feel carefree. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying to procrastinate and to dodge your obligations, but what I'm saying is to find a happy medium, a middle ground, so that you're making this day about yourself and what you enjoy, as well as the things that you need to take care of, like we all need to take care of things, but certainly not to get obsessive or to hone in on something and to make the day exclusively about that. And what I'm saying is, if you find yourself doing that, please put on the brakes and deliberately try and put some more balance into your everyday experience. Because anything that you're obsessive with, I feel, on this day is going to cause you more problems. I mean, blind spots, you make mistakes. If you're driving along and you don't look in your blind spot and you change lanes, it's dangerous. So it's not a green light to say, yeah, go run with it. Finally, the Justice card is the 11th card in the Major Arcana. So 11 in numerology is about, 11 is the master number of service. So it's something that's helpful. It's, this is something that can be of service to you. It's something that can help other people. So to me, this says the solution to all this tendency to obsess and to zoom in on something and to just like never let it go. You're able to balance that out, and that's going to help you. The way to balance it is to open up to other people. We've got a symbol for a scale here, and the scale to me represents the symbol for Libra. Yeah, and Justice usually carries the symbol for Libra. And it's about objectivity, and it's about consideration and fairness and justice, but it's very connective. In astrology, the symbol for Libra to me looks like a bridge with a bump in it. So there's the potential to connect, there's the potential to balance things out and to weigh things up and to make a decision over them. And that's what's important to look into on this day. So if you find that things are out of balance, talk to other people, examine your own ideas, what you want to do in the day, look at structuring it in an abstract sense. So if you feel very uptight and stressed and you want to schedule out the day, then make sure that there are different activities and that you're not just focused on the one thing again. So it's just about kind of opening up a bit and delegating. And also this card, there's a lot going on. We've got a black cat, a little voodoo doll, these things, a raven, bats, owl. So there's a lot going on and there's a sense of connection, like a team effort. So to me, that's the big thing that's jumping out of me. The solution to any kind of anxiety or lack of focus is putting that down for a second, opening up to other people, talking to them about what's going on, getting creative with your ideas, looking at it from another perspective, mulling it over and saying, do you know what? I don't have to take action on this right now. I can come back to this later when I have a greater understanding of it. You know, Libra is often said to be indecisive. I find that Libras make fabulous decisions. I often associate Libra actually with the Queen or the King of Swords. It's like when they decide, they really make a decision. It's usually a good decision. The thing is, a lot of Librans kind of do their research before they make a decision so that when that decision is made, they don't have to wonder and go back and say, did I do the right thing there? I feel Libra is very much about when I decide, and that's the end of it, and I don't question it anymore. So it's okay to leave things a little bit. So again, I'm not saying procrastination is good, but there is something that says to me here, it's better to be cautious and to hold off than to make a decision and to gallop off into one of your blind spots or into the wrong area. Because then that's a huge waste of your time. You have to go back and undo all of that. So I think a balanced approach is super important. Being vigilant about your own approach to things is important, and the willingness to pull yourself up and to embrace a different idea and to say, don't pursue anything that feels obsessive today or over the top. Try something else and redirect your focus or your gaze into something that is more balanced and manageable and sociable and cooperative and balanced. Yeah, that's the key, I think, not to leave the middle path as such and to avoid extremes on either side. Yeah. Okay, so number-wise, we've got 15. And this card I'm going to count as 1. 15 and 1 is 16. And 11 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. 9 is spirituality and completion. In the tarot, it's the Hermit. It's spiritual awareness and understanding. Wow, and I've never associated this with the Hermit, but kind of letting go, like the end of a cycle and the willingness to start a new one. And here we've got this candle, enlightening something, blind spots. So that's something now that's being highlighted to me by the numbers, that doing this inner work and saying, wow, I'm not really acting very reasonably here. Maybe I should balance myself out a bit by behaving differently, doing different things. That's something that's really illuminated to you today. You see your own part in the situation, and I think you're able to master it and overcome it and end that cycle once you recognize it and change the behavior permanently for something else. So you're able to choose different ways of operating, which is so liberating. That's an amazing idea that comes in. I can be whoever I want to be. I can behave and be different. Wow. So it's like if people say, or if someone says people don't change, that may be true for them, but it's not true for you on this day, because the thing that's most exciting and that you can do is change. And it feels like a personal victory. It's like I've beaten a personal devil here by changing something because I saw an alternative or a more balanced approach. And that's what I'm going to choose to do. I like it. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a little bit until you get to the button that says book your reading. Click on that to order a reading with me. In my personal readings, I use tarot cards. I don't usually use oracle cards in my personal readings. Never, actually. Yeah, I use the tarot, numerology, and astrology. To draw up your astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me, please. That's a process where you send me 10 or more life events like marriage, divorce, birth of a child, moving, education, graduation, anything like that. Excuse me. And I can actually work out your time of birth. And then once I have your chart in front of me, I can really answer any questions you may have. So if you're in a transition period of change, or if you're thinking about changing your work and pursuing your life purpose, what is that? What's coming up in future? Where to live? Relationships? Any questions at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I will speak to you tomorrow. All the best.